Okay, we're back with more Let's Play Seiken Densetsu 3 Blind. Okay, in the last one, we found our way through the stupid frickin' forest, and what else happened? Oh, yeah, I became aware that the last few episodes, my commentary has been rather disjointed, so, well, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I can't promise that everything's gonna be perfectly coherent and whatnot. Oh yeah, I was tipped off that the reason why the correct people didn't have the correct thingies was because I have to go into this other menu and actually, like, pass it to them. Boy, I gotta say, why wouldn't it just go to storage? So each character can hold 7 weapons, but you just buy them and then sell them. I don't understand. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's just do each category. Wait, Lice got all the jams, right? She's the one holding everything, right? Okay, so oh, you can't even use the staff. Okay. Then I'm gonna have to take it out of storage and give it to the right person. That seems kind of silly, I guess. Why doesn't? Oh, I have to push B before I can press left or right. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we got 2 of these. I'm guessing. And then there's a different category for every. Like it comes up as like a different thing of storage or whatever on the right side. So is the purpose of this menu just for this one time? Because like why does this menu need to exist other than to do this one thing this late in the game? Would it have ever been useful to use this menu somewhere else? I've been getting by just fine without it. So I guess I just don't get it. Oh, now the question is, can I equip it directly from storage, or do I have to take it out of storage and then, like, hand it to the right person, and then I can equip it? I guess we'll have to find out. Also, I didn't notice that she's wearing like a wolf thingy, Miss Lice. Is that supposed to be a wolf? The ears don't. It looks like cat ears. So I don't know if they. I can't hit right buttons, man. Y and then it's A, you dingus. Okay, that was actually. Do I really have to take it out of storage and then hand it to him? Why did they create this menu? Did they create the menu, then they're like, hey, we have this pointless menu, we need a reason for it to exist. Okay, well, Carly, I know for sure has... I gotta go and pass it back. Are you serious? Why? Okay, I have to take it out of storage. Yeah, this is one of the things that, like, I'm talking about. You probably knew that some criticism about the game was coming up. But I mean, how am I supposed to ignore this? How am I supposed to pretend that, like, this is not... That this is, like... Okay. Frick, dude. I don't know which one she wears. Like, how am I supposed to pretend that, like, this is not happening right now? Like, how am I supposed to just act like this is fine to have in the game, you know? Yeah, I know. I mean, have I been, like, overly, like, harsh on this game? I kind of don't feel like it. I feel like everything I said has been, like, justified. But then again, remember earlier, like, at the beginning of the game, I had mentioned that, okay, get me off of the shield, dude. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Like, way towards the beginning of the game, I mentioned that, Earthbound is one of my favorite RPGs. And there's been people that played it and then, like, had criticisms, but then, you know, obviously I couldn't talk through the video, and, excuse me, the video had so many comments that I knew that mine wasn't going to get addressed, which is fine. But, I'm just like, there are, like, legitimate defenses for those criticisms that can be, like, explained away, like, properly. Okay, so we actually do have a better staff. Okay, that's what, 15? Alright, cool. Okay, so the Sage's Ribbon. Okay, that'll be easy because it has the word Sage in it. And then apparently you're the Nothing has really given me a boost in magic defense that much. I've only gotten a couple of things that give me like 1 point. Okay, so are the rune earrings for... Miss... What's her nuts? Perhaps, I don't know. Now I gotta pass the stuff that Angela couldn't equip over to Carly. Oh, it's so ridiculous. I mean, if I would have done a better job memorizing which, you know, like which things people could equip. Like ribbons always go to Carly and earrings always go to Angela. Like how was I supposed to remember that? I guess I could have just remembered it, but I didn't. Because everybody always had their own. It just went right to them automatically. I never had a reason to like memorize which goes on what. Okay, let me off the shield again, please. Okay. I don't know if one or both of these can even be equipped. It says Fire Blaze. I don't even know if that's an earring or a veil or whatever. So I can't even... I wouldn't be able to guess who that would go on. Since it doesn't fit in like a ribbon category. Okay, boy. Did I even put the stuff on... Did I like try to equip Carly and fail? I didn't. Okay. Okay, so she should have everything. Okay, so that's actually 18. That's good, I guess. She can do more than 1. Okay, that's what, 3? Okay, fine. Hey, there we go. Boy, did I miss a robe in between? Because 26 seems like quite a big boost. Maybe they just wanted to make it possible for her to survive in the final fight. So they had to, like, give her better armor at the end. Oh, damn it. How far away was the save point? You know what? You guys will forgive me if I make a save state right here. I hope so. Because that was freaking ridiculous, and I don't even know if I'm going to win this fight. I mean, maybe it's possible. It is done. The goddess of mana is dead. Yeah, supposedly I have to be a much higher level, but then at the same time, that might be like the optimal level, and it might be possible at a lower level. I don't know. The fairies are born of the mana tree, and with the mana tree, they shall die. Oh man, the classic. Destroy the source of something, and then a character dies. Observe as a new world is born, a world of death, destruction, and chaos. I guess in 1995 it wasn't done to death too many times. Did she, like, hit her head on him or something? I didn't see him slash. Maybe I wasn't looking closely enough. Fools, go ahead. Run to your deaths, not unlike the last two who challenged me. Prince Richard and the Knight of, Gold? Was that his name and I just didn't know it? I believe they had a fairy with them as well. That knight dealt me painful crippling injuries, but I've recovered and grown stronger. No mortal can possibly stand against me now. Behold my true form. So they got you before you gained the ability to go into this true form? Is that, what it's saying? Oh my gosh, big boy. Transformed into a huge dragon. Boy, you can say that again. I do think that's weird how sometimes, like, is that almost like fourth wall breaking? Ha ha ha, bow down before me and die as a sacrifice to your new god. It is kind of weird how, oh my gosh, you can't even see the eyes. It looks just like a giant mouth on a neck. Oh my gosh, okay. Probably plot related death, right? Like scripted death. Oh, what's happening? Oh. I was like, is he exploding or is he charging his laser? That's it. Even if the mana tree withers and mana disappears, we will never give up. Long after I'm gone, Angela and the others will create a new world, even without mana. Angela, Lice, Carly, fight for the future. Mana will live on inside your hearts. Oh, man. The power of love and friendship. Oh, my gosh. Where did you get that energy? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb. Fools, how do you expect to fight a god without the Sword of Mana? That sword is gone, give up. The Sword of Mana was not lost, can't you see? It's inside Angela and the others. Ah, that was the power of the sword. It was in your heart. As long as they're here, the Sword of Mana, their hope will never be lost. Hope I will show everyone how powerless your hope really is. You don't say. You don't say. So Angela has the Mana Sword, but it's not like a real sword anymore, I guess, right? That's what they're alluding to. Okay, let's give it a shot. If it's completely ridiculous, obviously I'll just level up, and we'll meet back at this point. I'll skip that scene. Okay, attack down first, because if we're gonna get our, like, face pushed in, it's probably gonna be due to a strong attack. Let's go ahead and do protect down and mine down. Let's just do all the downs. Except for agility down. I think agility down is broken. I think someone said that. Boy, I can understand why, like, things would be broken in, like, the first Final Fantasy. But I think luck in Final Fantasy VI was, like, broken, I think, right? Like, it hasn't... I'm pretty sure the thing I read, it was a couple years ago, but it was in, like, the 2000s. They had basically said that... Well, according to the person whose thing I read, they said that they don't actually even know, like, what luck does. Like, they've never been able to... You know, people that, like, go into the code of the game to, like, determine, like, values of stuff, you know, they want to quantify everything and turn everything into a number. You know, like, you know, just like, you know, like, the more of a nerd you are with something, the more you get into, like, the stats, you know, which is fine, but apparently, supposedly, or whatever, nobody knows what luck does. They have, like, guesses, but they can't say definitively. It's like, jeez. So it's so broken that, like, they don't even know what it does. Oh man, did that debuff all of my dudes? Well, the problem is that I can't rebuff them. So in this case, having Lysa's buffs would actually be better than being able to debuff him. Well, maybe debuffs are better. Maybe having debuffs is better with me having being a lower level. Because if I was the lower level and I was able to buff myself, well, I would be able to survive better, but I might not be able to do as much damage. But if I could buff my attack, that would maybe be about the same. I don't know. As if I had the debuffs. I don't know, actually. Would it be better to have the buffs or the debuffs, you think, in this case? Part of me wants to say buffs so I can stay alive. But then again, if he's debuffed, then what difference does it make, right? As long as everything is 50%. It's 50%, right? 50% buff and then 50% debuff, right? Something like that. Okay. The good news is that I seem to be able to do... Like, it seems like okay damage, I guess. But the bad news is that what if he has, like, 30,000 HP? I guess we never did, gain a, Did I use this yet? I don't remember. Let's try it. Oh, damn it. What was I gonna say? I was like one word before finishing the sentence, I think. Okay, that was actually 611. That was pretty good. Oh, man. The first part of that spell looked like the one from Chrono Trigger, right? With the moon kind of, like, comes onto the screen with that effect. Okay, so... Definitely need another heal. But, I mean, I don't know, who knows? Maybe this is possible. Ooh, dun dun dun, mixing it up. Boy, I sort of did like that, that fight where we were on, Flammy's back, or Flamey's head, or whatever. That was, like, clever, creative. Like, they were trying to bring some, like, variety to the boss fights, I guess. Like, that was creative of them to do. It was a nice touch. Okay, well, he changed colors, so will Stoneguard now not do as much, I wonder? Did he, like, change elements or something? Fang Rush? Does that mean... Oh, let's say she just straight up ate? But no, she got spat back out, so that's cute. Because if somebody can get straight up 8, then there's a chance it might happen to Miss Carly. Oh, damn it. Did I not put that 9th Angel Grail in my party? Or in my inventory? Son of a bitch, I didn't. Okay, well, I mean, I do have some healing. In case something tragic happens to Carly repeatedly. But once you're relying on the heals, man, on the healing items, that's kind of when you're getting to like the nitty-gritty. Doesn't seem to be too problematic yet. Then again, I don't know if he has like 6 other forms. And I don't know if if this does like 600 damage, it's not even gonna matter. That is a pretty rad looking effect. Oh my gosh. Was I waiting for a heal to pop off in the first place? Because I feel like I've been keeping my health pretty high up. Oh yeah, you know what? Oh, I did learn the ability to use Holy Ball on all enemies off camera, I think. Oh, and I got Dark Force or whatever. It can be used on all enemies now. Yeah, I think I forgot to say that. Well, I guess nobody has a revive spell, I guess. So it doesn't even matter if Carly dies and can't revive. No, she doesn't even have a revive spell. Why did I think she did? I don't know. Well, you just sort of figure that every RPG's healer gets a revive spell, but apparently not this one. Okay, what am I trying to do? Stone Cloud. Man, I don't know if something is gonna maybe do more than that, but I kind of don't want to like spend the time trying to find it. I feel like if this is doing 600, I have a hard time believing that something will do more than that. 600 is a big number. We haven't come across, you know, I think around 400 is about where like the good strong attacks have been. So 600, like, yeah, that's definitely quite an increase. So that kind of makes me think that either this is the weakness or for whatever reason the spell works. Oh, you copied the other guy. You copied our good buddy, the dude from Dragon Ball Z, right? Korin? Yeah, the name Korin is definitely, like, typecast. The same thing happens with movies. Oh, damn it. I forgot I switched to Carly for some reason. Oh, because I needed to switch off to revive Lice. Okay, I should switch back. Just so I can attack, I can bash with Lice while Angela's casting. Okay, Angela, why are you not casting? Damn it, Angela, come on. I kind of wish there was like a button to just switch immediately to either Angela or Carly's thing. You know, like, it'd be nice if there was like a button that would just automatically switch you to like you could go to like one button would put you to Angela's, and then the other button would automatically put you to Carly's, instead of always having to go to the character I'm controlling's ring. Excuse me, and then switch back. Oh, delicious broccoli breath. It's the best. It's weird, actually. Garlic gets a bad rap for making your breath stink. But, and I guess it does. I don't know. I like garlic a lot, so I guess I'm maybe biased. But I'm not, like, repulsed when I have garlicky breath. I'm like, delicious. Reminds me of that time I was eating garlic. Oh, no. Do I have a thing to fix that? Cures all magic effects? Does that mean it'll work on this? I'm actually not 100% sure. Sometimes they have the stats, like, categorized. Oh man, it worked on, or what's-her-face got afflicted too. Why did I use 9 of them at once? You're gonna tell me I had 1 Stardust Herb and that's all I had? I guess I have these defensive things too. Oh wait, no, I can use Tinkle Rain, right? Oh, damn it, she can't use any magic while she's Moogled. Well, stats have been so, like, not a problem. Why did I take the things out of my inventory? I must have needed the slot or something. Maybe it wears off after a while. I hope so. Maybe it never wears off. Maybe they're just like, well, it's the item that costs like $10 that's been available since the beginning of the game. They obviously have them with them, right? Well, I guess on the positive side, I can use some of these Poto oils I've been holding on to for 1,000 years. Are they still only going to heal me for like 70? Oh, sweet, it's a better heal. The heal got stronger somehow. Okay, we might have a shot at this, I suppose. If I can remember to start using Angela's magic, jeez. I'm going to have to spam magic nuts. Oh, I forgot to whack with lice while Angela was casting, damn it. Again, spam it, dude. Oh, wait, no, okay, Carly did turn back. Okay, so it lasts a long time, but it doesn't last forever. That is nice to know. Okay, so I get a couple more. Actually, my power went down. I made his power lower, but then his defense is lower. I wonder if I should recast. Like, I haven't 100% determined how long the stats last. The buffs and the debuffs. Does it actually last forever? I don't think I've had a fight go on long enough to where I was able to determine it. It says defense power down. Well, I guess I can attack and see how much I'm doing. Get out of the way, I can't see. Okay. Am I actually... Damn it. I saw 145, but I wanted to see more than one hit. That might have been a crit hit. And not me doing more damage. Oh, and of course, if it does wear off, then I'm sure the dragon knows, like, the perfect amount of time, so he knows when to recast it to make sure that I stay debuffed at all times, right? Dick move. Oh, you know what? We put our weapons away and then took them back out. Does that mean that I would have had a chance to go into the menu? Interesting. I'll have to check that next time. Well, hopefully poison wears off. I'm not sure if I ever stayed poisoned long enough to make that determination. There's another 146. I don't know if that was a crit, though. Yeah, I don't know if he's debuffed. Maybe I should just do it anyway, just to be sure. I'm not using Lysa's magic for anything else, so maybe I should just... I guess I need power down and mine down. I was like, which one is it using more? It's using both, actually, right? Yeah, it only takes a second. Okay, boy. I kind of hope I can do this. This fight's been going on for enough time to where if I lose, I'll actually, like, feel sad. No, don't dragon shout it out. I've never purchased shout in my life. In fact, like most of the cleaning stuff that I do buy, I just buy like lemon juice. It's like I'm like old school. I just buy like vinegar and like lemon juice. And well, I guess I do use dish soap and laundry soap, but like household cleaners, I use like super old school things. Because that's technically all you need. Like if you want to get rid of like mold or, you know, mildew or whatever on your shower curtain, it's like you just need something super acidic. You just need lemon juice for that. That actually gets rid of like soap. What do you call it? Soap scum. If you have like a glass, man, I don't know, like a glass. What's it called? The thing where you go into the shower and you slide it. It's like glass. Sometimes it's like translucent, so you can't see all the goodies. Yeah, once I was watching, I don't know what it was. I was watching this thing and it was this like super duper overweight dude, but he posed. I forget how it happened, but he ended up like posing for like a nude calendar, and he was like, "But I didn't show off the goodies." I'm like, It's like, I think you might want to get some other people's opinions before you attribute you know, anything positive to your genitals. I don't know. Is that super mean to say? I mean, it wouldn't be any more mean if the dude was thin, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you get crucified for saying it, but yeah, I mean, fat people are just, like, not attractive. You know, both men and women have, you know... It's been, like, studied that women don't find fat men attractive just the same as fat men, or men don't find fat women attractive, you know? So it goes both ways. Okay. Yeah, but usually when you hear about, like, body positivity, it's only about, like, fat women being accepted. There really isn't any push to see fat men accepted. They're just like, ew, gross. Oh, gross. Jeez, he doesn't deserve a woman's love. He's so fat and gross, man. Just take a shower. Go to the gym. Gosh. But when it's a woman, it's like, oh, go girl. You should love all your curves. And if he don't love our thing, he ain't no man. Well, I mean, I understand that they wanted to limit how much magic you could get back, because it was sort of like overkill getting 50 a pop. I guess the nuts were more expensive in Secret of Mana 2. Oh, sorry, Secret of Mana also. So I can see why they lowered the value. The problem is that when you have a bunch of magic, you just gotta go into the menu. Like, I don't spend enough time in the menu. Granted, it's not. I guess it's not that big a deal. I haven't had to do this too many times. I don't know if she has 101, but I know she has around this much. So I'll go ahead and just start using this again. Boy, did he use like Valor up or something, or Vigor up? Because I ain't doing diddly dicks for damage, and I'm pretty sure. Oops. Did I forget to protect down when I reapplied the buffs? Maybe I did two and forgot to do the third one. Okay, so I'm not sure if he's actually changing colors because I'm doing lots of damage to him. And it's like, I don't know if it's indicating that I'm making progress in the fight, or if he just changes colors every 60 seconds or so. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's very defensive right now. So I guess if Lice is useless, I mean, if even Lice is not doing damage, then he definitely did something. I even lowered his defense, and I'm still hardly doing any damage with Lice. What's funny is that the YouTube algorithm... Oh, I lost... Why did I lose my charge, I wonder? The YouTube algorithm, when you go to, like, upload a video, all the words that you said, it goes from, like, speech to text, and then the algorithm, like, analyzes everything you said to make sure that you didn't say anything that will make your video get demonetized. And what's funny is that anytime you have, like, machine learning, it's always going to be, like, not super good. Like, it can't tell, like, it doesn't know what context is, or if you talk about, if you talk about, like, Nazis or something, the algorithm doesn't know if you're talking about them in a good way, or if you're saying that you condemn them, or, whatever. It doesn't know if you're saying a good or a bad thing about it, or if you agree or disagree with it. It can only go by if you say a certain word too much, or if you say the word, like, war too much. Like, you can't have the word war in your title or your tags, or else it comes up as, like, you can, but you get, like, a little warning pops up saying, hey, if you put this word in your thing, your video won't get monetized. Hasn't really been that big of a deal with me, but when I put in, or when I made Abadox, it's an 8-bit, it's like an 8-bit shooter, and, yeah, the title is The Deadly Inner War. So whenever I had to put the, you have to put the title of the game in the title, but then I always got a warning saying, warning, you won't make 0.01 cents off this video. I'm like, oh, well, fine. I guess now's a good time to do it then, right? When you're not losing any money anyway. Oh, dang, I was a little bit too slow. There was like I was like hitting X for like a few seconds, but his animation had already started. I couldn't go to the ring menu. I'm pretty sure Lice is dead. Oh man, super dead. I wonder if I could... Yeah, look at that. It actually... Oh wait, sometimes it doesn't count. Yeah, see, Lice still died, even though she used a candy on herself and it disappeared. I think I saw that happen off camera once. Boy, we are actually almost close to dying. Okay, we need to heal immediately. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot to go into the, to see if I could press start and go to the menu and take out some, like, more, Stardust jams. Okay, what am I doing? Healing, please. Well, I was trying to, like, get everybody, like, alive and healthy. I forgot to do it. What was I talking about the algorithm? I don't remember. Oh, what I was going to say is that because of machine learning, it doesn't really know what you're talking about. It just knows what words you're using. That because I've said the word lice so many times that the algorithm probably thinks that this is like a video about like treating like head mites. Did the music just change? Oh, damn it! Why? Okay, yeah, I'm spacing a little bit. Well, so many of these fights have just been like button mashing pretty much that I'm like forgetting that I should be like spamming this spell repeatedly. Did that miss? Did that not do any damage? I guess I should heal. I don't know if it can do more than 357, but on a boss fight like this, it's like you can't go skimpy on the heals, man. You gotta stay at full health, man. We gotta stay topped off. Especially without a revive spell. Oh, here we go. Maybe I'll be glad that I healed. I actually don't know I don't remember how much this does. Oh man, big boy. Would that have killed Angela? I think it would. I don't know. I'm not gonna do the math right now. Ooh! I got a full charge with Miss Carly. Would it be funny if this was like the killing blow? Get him! Not expecting it to be. Aw, damn it. I was really hoping to be wrong right there. Oh, come on, man. This boss fight's taking forever. I guess maybe my physical attacks would have done more damage. But, like, if I would have gained a few more levels, how much stronger would this spell have been, I wonder? Okay, come on, again. I'm assuming his, maybe I should keep trying to attack with Lice. Maybe his defense up, whatever he did, will wear off. Or maybe if he... Oh, wait, no, it's because he powered me down also. I think I was powered down and he was powered up, right? Oh, wait, maybe I was powered down. Maybe he didn't actually power up. I just assumed that, like, when he changed colors that he, like, got stronger. Maybe it didn't get, like, an explicit thing announcing it. Or, you know, a message on the screen or whatever. Okay, well, you know, doing 60-some-odd damage, it's not a lot. But I have to wait for this spell to cast anyway, so I might as well. Okay, we're going straight Secret of Mana mode. Okay, again. We're at an episode already, too. Yeah, I sometimes am, like, torn. Like, whenever I watch Let's Plays, sometimes they'll have it where, like, sometimes the ending will be so long that they'll make it its own episode. But it's like, well, wait, did I use that on the wrong person? Did I use it on the wrong person? Are you kidding me? Dude, come on, man. I used that on Lice, didn't I? Because I don't remember her having 78 magic. Oh, that blows. Whatever, it was just one. Maybe I should save some for Carly so she can keep healing. I'll just do 2. Or I'll save a little bit. Oh man, is this gonna actually come down to the wire? Oh, but what I was gonna say is that sometimes when they make the ending its own episode, sometimes I'm like, do I even want to watch that? I know what the ending looks like. I'm pretty sure that most of the time I end up going ahead and watching it, even though I don't really want to. Well, by the time you watch all the episodes, you're so, like, invested. Like, how do you watch so many episodes and then not watch the final one? You know? I don't know, maybe some people can do it. You can just watch, like, 70 episodes. And then be like, yeah, you know, I don't want to watch the last 30 episodes. It's like, well, if you liked it enough to watch 70 episodes, you probably liked it enough to watch 30 more, right? I guess, I don't know. I feel like anybody who's still watching, maybe this is either, like, someone's first video, but if you started at episode 1, and then if you're still watching this far in, you're probably gonna watch the rest of it, right? I mean, even if I was only, like, halfway done with the game, do people do that? I guess there's probably some people that do that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever... I can't think of a time where I've ever watched someone play a game like halfway through and then didn't watch and finish it. Because if they enjoy watching it halfway, why would you not enjoy it enough to watch the rest of it? Oh boy, that spell takes a long time to cast. Further accentuating the fact that we're over on time. Well, maybe I'll just make this a super long one. I'm thinking that now, but it just depends on how long it goes for, you know? A lot of times when I take an episode and split it into two, like, it wasn't planned. I don't ever plan to do it. If I was planning it, I would have done an outro and then another intro. But you do have to make the decision. Do I make a 40-minute episode, or do I make two 20-minute episodes? More often than not, I usually go with... actually, I can use the Poto Oil to heal while everybody's a Moogle. To get used to that, right? I tend to... oh, I forgot to... We does it so rarely, I forgot, man, I forgot! I can still, do the thing with Angela, with the spells, the magic, and the sitch. Do it! And I need another Poto Oil. At least I can use items as a Moogle, I guess. But, yeah, I typically will... I would rather, more often than not, I'll split it into two 20-minute episodes. Mostly just so that I get 2 episodes out of the deal, you know? Because, yeah, I've been actually a little bit... I don't want to say lazy with recording, but like, kind of. Like, I haven't... Normally I do all the RPG episodes on the weekend. Did I say that already? I might have. But, the last 2 weeks I haven't. So that's, like, extra recording I have to do during the week. And just by the time I get done with work, like, I'm so damn tired. I just don't feel like... I mean, there is a time and a place where you gotta just, like, force yourself and do something you don't want to do, but on the other hand, it's like... I don't know. I wanna make sure that I'm, like, enjoying myself. And if I'm, like, tired... If I'm, like, so tired that I want to take a nap... If I'm, like, not, like... Then... I don't know. Part of me wants to say, I don't want the commentary to suffer because I'm so tired, but it's like... I'm pretty sure if the commentary was suffering, no one would be able to know. Okay, start. Oh, he wasn't doing a thing. He was just going to do this big old strong move. I don't know. I definitely can tell when my commentary is not up to par, but at the same time, I just do my best all the time, so it, like, it doesn't really matter what I think. You know, with me being, like, pragmatic and objective and whatnot, I can just, and, you know, I can compartmentalize it, and to be like, well, I you know, I don't know. I don't actually judge. I can observe my commentary without, like, judging it, you know. There's a difference between observing something and judging it. Like, if you, like, you know, like with my fat person example, if I say that is a very fat person, like, oh, don't judge them. I didn't judge them. I said a thing about them. That's different from judging them. If I said they're a fat, lazy piece of shit, then, yeah, that's more along the lines of judging them. But I have, like, the mind of, like, a stand-up comedian, so even if I did say that, I probably still didn't mean it. Okay, here we go. I gotta decide what to do with this last one. Actually, you know what? I do have 9 of these, but it's only 1 ally. How many of these do I have left? 4? How the hell did I use 5 of these? Oh, maybe I should start using these. I mean, this is a good time to use it, I guess, right? When I need to preserve my health as much as possible. It might not protect me against magic attacks, but if it protects against some of the attacks, that could maybe help the battle go on long enough for me to win. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking... I feel bad not using it on Carly. You know what? Carly still has... You know what? Between Carly still having some magic left and me having plenty of healing items, I feel like our best bet would be to use it on Angela. We get 3 more storm clouds, and then we out. Oh, then that's it. That's all we get. This reminds me of the dragons in Dragon Quest VIII, where you just gotta fight. Like, after you beat the game, there's like end game content where you can fight a dragon, and then you can fight the dragon like 7 times or 8 times or something like that, and he gets harder every time. And I think he changes colors each time. God damn it. Do you know what I just realized? Did I actually beat all 7 of them? No, I don't remember. I might have gotten... I remember beating several of them. Oh, I don't remember if I beat that last one. Oh, and that was on my file from like 10 years ago. Oh, did I never go back and do that? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to check my save file. From like a bajillion years ago. Boy, that move sucks. The good news is that I get to use a portal oil and have it be put to good use. Like, I'm not wasting any of the effect of it. Dude, why does Moogle last so long? I thought that it, oh, you know what I forgot? Can you use the hammer on him, turn him mini, and then turn it back to get rid of Moogle? Oh, you can. I was tipped off on that, too. Boy, I didn't think that would actually be handy. Just because stats have been, like, such a non-issue for, like, most of the game. Boy, final boss, getting to use a thing to actually help you out? That's actually pretty cool. Well, it's just been sitting in my inventory, so I wasn't, like, thinking to use it. After a while, after you don't use it for a bajillion years, you just, like, it's just out of sight, out of mind. Okay, let's try a protect down, I guess. Actually, I got defense down, so let me use power down and mine down first. I still actually don't know if the debuffs are wearing off. I think maybe they are. I think it just lasts a long time. Oops. Alright, here we go. Well, the bad news is that whenever everybody gets hit at once... Ooh, I can use a round drop. I'm gonna have to get, like, creative to make sure I'm using the items, like, exactly correctly. As to not waste any of the healing effects of it. There's nothing I can do, except whack. I could try Holy Ball with Carly to get some extra damage. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. Oh, I am tempted to try it at least once. What if he's weak to that? Also, I have to remember to attempt to go into the menu, the start menu, when he changes. He actually hasn't changed sides of the screen in a while, right? Does that mean he's getting ready to, maybe? Oh, that healed him, damn it. Oh, man. That was like... It wasn't even... I was like, it's either going to work or it's going to not work. It healing him didn't even cross my mind. Okay, I could try putting a buff on Lice. I'm not sure which buff would be best. Boy, I didn't gain all the elements. I only gained the 4. Which one would be most likely to work on him? What spell was Angela using? It was, what was it called? Stone something? Stone Cloud? Maybe because it's stone, it means earth. And maybe because it's earth, maybe diamond thing would work. Oh, should I try to use that on everybody? Maybe Angela and Carly can do more than one. But then again, maybe it won't last as long. Oh, he just increased his attack, didn't he? Did he do that before and I just didn't see him? Or is that the first time he's done it? Okay, he is buffing himself. Okay, can I hit him, please? Oh my gosh, our damage is so pathetic right now. Boy, those are cool-looking glowy snowflakes. Oh my gosh. So he's buffed and I'm debuffed. Perfect. Heal, I guess. Oh man, am I gonna actually be able to do this, I wonder? Oh, I forgot to hit start. I just said it a minute ago and I already forgot. Oh, I was just like pondering if I thought I'd be able to do it or not. I wasted my chance. Oh yay. Okay, good. We can utilize a heal fully. Well, Lice is wasting a little bit of the effect, but whatever. It's good enough. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Alright, come on, get him. Get him. Okay, so that should be what? Was that only 166? Dude, go fuck yourself, dude. 166? That is unacceptable. Oh my gosh. I'm only doing ones. Okay, I saw somebody had 428. Is this gonna be a death shot? Son of a bitch. Okay, well, they lived, but somebody else died, damn it. Okay, let's heal the living people first, since the angel thing is a full heal. I guess on the positive side, we haven't used that many of these yet. Still got 5 left. Okay. Oh, I was trying to hit start, man. It wasn't working. Boy, do I need to... You know what? What if this is like Pokemon, where there's like multiple levels? What if I can like lower his defense by multiple degrees by like casting it repeatedly? Okay, we need a Chocolatate for you. Oh, damn it, it didn't work. Oh, 166. Come on, man. That blows, man. Ah, get it? Blows. Oh, man, the perfect time for jokes, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think of a lot of, like, mean, offensive shit, so in my, like, daily life, you know, like, work and stuff, I have to decide if something, like, whenever I come up with, like, the mean, funny thing to say, if somebody's, like, actually having, like, a problem or something, I have to, like, decide if their mood is, like, good enough where they can take this joke right now, or if I should wait, give it a week, and then be like, hey, remember when you were having this big life crisis? I was gonna say this really fucking mean thing that was possibly gonna break you, but I decided to wait. And that is the definition of a motherfucking gentleman. Okay, boy. Remember how I said we have plenty of angel grails? We had 2 deaths now within just a minute or 2. Dude, that defense up has to wear off at some point, right? Oh man, somebody critted. Oh dear. Help, I'm being assaulted by hurricane-force winds, but not really. Like in Monster Hunter 3 Try. That one always cracked me up. He just like flaps his wings, and he's like, oh my gosh! It seemed like they were like overreacting to the wind. Then again, who can say? Maybe it was blowing them that hard, who knows. It just makes it seem like they're being overly dramatic due to the fact that whenever you used a heal potion, you always had to flex after drinking it. You're in like a life or death situation with a giant fucking monster trying to like murder you. You drink a potion and then you gotta flex. It's just like, it's sort of like a time punishment. So you have to take the risk of making yourself vulnerable for like 3 seconds to heal. And boy, there are no invincibility frames. I think there are a few when you're like standing up, but when you're like drinking, like when you're drinking a potion and you're flexing, you still get the effect of the potion. Well, is it possible to waste a potion? Not. I think there is. Oh, did he do it? He attacked like twice in a row, dude. Weak. I'm pretty sure it's possible. There's like a very, very small window where it's possible to. Oh, it's not counting Angela's dead. Oh wait, no, the arrows goes on her. Can go on her. Okay, fine. There's a small window, I think, where you can use a potion and not get the effect of it. Oh, now bitch is out of magic. Did I go ahead and use the last thing? I did. Okay. Well, now it's time to chocolate it up. I used it on Angela, didn't I? Damn it! Oh, that's like the worst thing you want to do. Well, I keep switching characters. So I think that might be throwing me off. Oh, I almost need to use a round drop, too, just to get her closer to full. Well, I got him, so why not? I'll have to remember that if he defense downs me to defense up, to use the scale or whatever, the defense up scale. Oh, fucking... What? I have the amazing ability to remember to try to go into the menu at the exact moment when it's probably, like, too late. Okay, chocolate, round drop. But, I don't think it happened to me very often. I'm actually not 100% sure if it was actually even a thing. But some games have it where you can lose the potion and then you don't gain the life from it if you get hit in that little window in between when you drink the potion, or when the potion is taken out of your inventory. There's like a window sometimes between when it's taken out of your inventory and when the health is applied, and then if that gets interrupted in between, in that little space, then you're boned. Wow, I thought that said 280. Why is that death? Oh, then flare immediately. So is this him getting harder? Like, he's not getting harder. He's just like double casting now. Is that how the game decided to make it harder as you go further into the fight? I guess a lot of games do have form changes, but he's like, what? Like, he's already a big badass form. Like, what kind of form could he possibly take that would be more imposing than that one? Wait, why does Angela have full magic? Why does Angela have full magic? Why does Angela have full magic? Do you get full magic when you... Wasn't there one other time where I wasn't sure if an angel thing gave you all your MP back, too? Oh, there might have been. Okay, has she had magic for, like, the last 10 minutes I just didn't notice? Well, I had it out of my brain that using magic was, like, an option anymore. Like, I had it in my brain that all her magic was gone and I didn't have any nuts, so I wasn't checking my MP anymore. Oh, damn, it's on! Okay, we still got a fair amount of healing items. And we got full magic with Angela. Okay, I'm actually starting to feel good about this. Oh, man. This is going on so long. Maybe I'll have to do the thing where I make the ending into... And I don't know. We'll see how long the ending actually is. If the ending is like 5 minutes, then no, we won't. Okay, just want to make 100% sure casting on the right person. Yes, I said cast when I meant item. Yes, I'm aware. Oh, yes. Cast that chocolate like a pro, man. 600. Let's go. Another 600. Boom. Do it. 300. Oh my gosh, I'm out of chocolate. How am I out of chocolate already? I feel like I used like 4 chocolates. This right here is why it's important to make a budget. By the way. Because that's what happens to most people's money. They just like spend it, they're not like keeping track, and then they go, oh my gosh, where did it all go? I'm all out. What happened? Yeah, you like underestimate how much you're like you actually spend more than you think you do over the course of like a month. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. So all those like little amounts. I'm pretty sure that they've done like experiments on people where they would say where they were like keeping track of, oh damn it, you bitch. They were keeping track of like people's eating habits and how they recorded them, and they found out that when people are asked to write down everything that they eat, like as they eat it, like they get a vastly different result. I forget exactly how they did the experiment, but it was something along the lines of like after a day or a week or something, they'll be like, after like a certain amount of time, write down what you think you ate during those days, what you remember eating. Maybe it was after every day. And then I think they took another group of people, and then they were like, now write it down as you eat it and record it or whatever. And they found that people actually like don't estimate how much they eat like properly unless you write it down when it's happening. So my point is that the same thing happens with a budget. If you just like estimate how much you're spending on stuff, then you're wrong a lot more often than you think. Like you just don't estimate it correctly. It's not because you're dumb, but just people sort of have like a sort of selective memory, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I'm guessing the upper left one is... Oh, it actually says it also. Okay, cool. Okay, chibi, and then... unchibi. This is kind of a pain in the ass, but it is nice to know that there is something I can fall back on when I ran out of the healing items. And I can save Carly's... Well, I don't need to save Carly's magic. She's out. Oh, wait. No, Carly's not out either. I revived her. Did that actually give her all her magic back? There's no way. I feel like that's like way too generous. To give you all your magic back and life for so cheap. I can understand if they had like a more expensive, if they had like a cheap revive and then like a better revive that revives with full HP and MP. Well, goddamn, dude. I feel like we get, well, how many of these do I have left? Oh, I only have one left, though. Okay, so hopefully this will be it. I do need to do a heal with Carly, though, like immediately. Oh, come on, Carly. Okay. Her ring might have been available, I just hit the wrong button. I'm used to Carly being in the upper right corner, so I hit R. Okay, again. Oh, and I gotta remember to keep slashing with Lice. We might get to the nitty-gritty on this fight, man. Every time I do 20, 40, 60 damage, it might all add up. It might be the difference between the victory and defeat. Okay, I have to switch to Lice again. Why did I switch to Angela? Oh my gosh, I friggin' did it. Never mind. Okay. And that was just the first of my 47 forms. Oh man, boy, friggin' did it. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't have to grind. I guess it wouldn't have taken that long, but I still would not have. Actually, I was planning to do it. I was planning to just, well, what I was gonna do, I wanted to show at least one failed attempt, just to see how outclassed I was. Because I mean, like, if it's a blind game, you would not necessarily know how much to grind before fighting the final boss. You just come across the boss, you just fight him because he's there. So I just thought it would be more legitimate if I made at least an attempt to find out how much I was outclassed, to give me a feel of how much I would need to level. So I was gonna maybe gain a couple levels and then try again and then see how we do. I mean, that's how a blind Let's Player or a blind regular player would play the game naturally. I'll disappear along with it. I didn't know you for very long, but thank you for everything. So is she actually gonna die now? Wait, don't leave us. Because even if you knew you were gonna fight the final boss, you wouldn't know how many levels to gain unless you fought him first and failed. And that's all. I was just planning to show it and then, like, cut the video up. I will return someday as the new goddess. How? If mana is extinguished, then how will there be any mana with which to create a tree with? Hello. The fairy is the mana tree seed. Okay. When she meets the three heroes who believe in her. Oh, we believed! We did a parappa. She becomes the new goddess. Oh. Remember me. I feel like they're just, like, making this up as they go along. Make sure your children remember. Because 1,000 years from now, mana will return to your world. Wow, we're gonna go 1,000 years without any mana? It's time for us to say goodbye. Well, you're the mana seed that turned into a goddess. Don't you have the power of mana? Why don't you make, like, why you gotta make us wait, man? What the fuck? Anyway. I don't know. It just seems that, like, oh, you just, by sheer coincidence, did exactly the thing to revive the goddess, or whatever. It's like, well, if nobody knew that that's what I had to do, then how would I know to do it? I don't know. Maybe I just legitimately did believe. I mean, did Fairy know that the whole time? That she was going to turn into the goddess? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, why would you wait until it happened to spill the beans? Oh, what do you know? You did the correct thing. I knew it, but I didn't tell you. I don't know. Carly, you're safe. Thank the goddess. What would I have done? Grandpa, you okay? Heath's shadow visited me one night. What? He traded his soul to cure my illness. What? I didn't know that was an option. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're just, how did this seems made up? It seems like they're just making it up. I was not aware that in this universe that, like, that kind of thing was, like, an option. I didn't know that that was one of the rules of, like, the universe of this game or whatever. He said he'd rather die than let evil control him or something. Heath. Heath! So now he is all the way dead? So was that... So when we saw Carly's booty a minute ago, was that her, like, panties? She just, like, falls, she, like, collapses, and then it's just like panty shot? What the hell? Heath, or why Heath, why? It was the right choice. Oh, I thought dude was dead. And for my sacrifice, the goddess has saved me. Oh, geez, okay. So... Okay, bear with me, I don't follow stories super well. So Heath was not dead? We said his shadow came, so I thought that Heath was dead, and then he sacrificed his soul, and then, so the goddess gave him his body back? Or did he sacrifice his soul while being alive? I think the first one is more likely to be right. Since it did say Heath's shadow visited me, right? Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Now wipe away those tears. I think it's kind of a dick move to, like, tell your kids that you're always going to be there. Because, that's a lie. Like, I mean, come on, man. And there's not even, you know... I mean, what if you die before the kid, like, grows up? I mean, by the time they get to be an adult, they can be like, well, yeah, I knew he said he was always going to be there, but then I learned about aging and dying, and, I mean, I get why he said it, but no, I'm not going to hold it to him, or hold it against him, or whatever. But if you're, like, 4 years old or 5 years old, and one of your parents says they'll always be there for you, and then they die, like the next year or month or whatever. Like, holy shit, boy. They could be like, my dead daddy was a liar. He lied to me. He said he would always be there for me. What the fuck, Dad? Why did you lie? And they're all depressed. And then they beat themselves up. Okay. I know I'm not reading this. Yeah, my bad. I don't know. I tried really hard to, like, not check out. But at the same time... father, mother... But at the same time, I'm honestly just not super, like... I'll restore Rolante to its former beauty with Elliot's help. Watch us from above. We'll do our best. I don't know. The story just never pulled me in, so just because it's the end of the game, that doesn't make me magically pulled into it, you know? Queen of Reason. Who the hell gave her that name? If she's the queen, why would she accept such a shitty name? Be like, no! Come up with a better name for me! I decree it as your queen. I see if... Oh, damn it. I was actually going to read that. How will our nation sustain without the benefit of my magic? Don't worry, Mother, we'll survive. The fires in our hearts will keep us warm. Oh my gosh. The fires in our hearts will keep us warm. So if your dad tells you that he'll always be there for you, and then the next day he dies of hypothermia, be like, well, why didn't the light, or why didn't, like, the fire in his heart keep him warm? I don't know. I was trying to, like link that in, like, work that other thing into it. Didn't work out super well. Oh, well. After all I've been through to learn magic, and now it's all going away. Oh, shucky darn. But I found something even better than magic. I found out I'm a lesbian! Heh. I don't think a kid like you would understand. You know. What? Is it something good to eat? Oh. Why, yes, it is. He, it's a secret. Heart. Oh, man. Is she actually talking about that? Is that actually... I was just fucking around. Is that actually what she was referring to? Oh, she did a heart and she did a little cute pose. Was that actually what she was talking about? It was like a low-key... Like, I found out I like spending time with girls. Speaking of lesbians... It's 2019 now. Why is it that we can't get pornos with two hot lesbians? Why is there always, like, the hot one and then the significantly less hot one? It's kind of weird how it's growing off of, like, a dead tree stump. Or not tree stump, but like a fallen log or whatever. Can plants grow? I know fungus can grow out of, like, rotten stuff, but I don't think a tree, I'm guessing it's going to turn into a tree. Like a sapling cannot grow out of a dead log. Is that correct? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, boy. Oh, man, credits. We got credits. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so if this is the first RPG ending that you've seen me do, this is normally where the Let's Player is supposed to talk about their final thoughts and feelings of the game. I always have a hard time with this, because everything that I wanted to say about the game, I've been saying during the game. So anything that I say, I'll just be repeating myself. Not that I don't ever repeat myself, I'm aware that I don't know, I talk in circles sometimes. Mainly because if I'm trying to explain something, I feel like if I don't explain it correctly, or, you know, fully, I feel the urge to, like, re-explain it in, like, different words to maybe help someone understand it better. And then sometimes I'll do that, like, 17 times in a row before being like, okay, I'm just beating a dead horse. I'm talking in circles now, jeez. Actually, I mean, there's a difference between talking in circles and beating a dead horse, I guess. I don't know. I've been accused of beating a dead horse, and they're correct. I'm long-winded sometimes about explanations of stuff, but if it's like a thing that requires you to cover a lot of ground, you know, if you got to cover all your bases, man, sometimes there's a lot of ground to cover. You can't always you can't always explain something in like a 30-second soundbite, you know. I mean, you can give the general idea, but in order to go like more in depth, to get like a really good idea about something, you need more time to explain your idea or whatever. But yeah, hey, look, it's our old buddy. But yeah, I've had people tell me I'm long-winded. I'm like, well, I know it seems like it. It's just that I have a lot of information to convey, and you have the attention span of a squirrel, and that's why it seems like I'm long-winded. I do definitely... There was a point where I had to start making a... It looks like those islands are like going into the sky. I do actually, when I'm going off for a long period of time, I do have to like gauge the other person's like facial expressions. Usually, by the time, like, if I look at them, if they're, like, not looking back at me, if that happens, like, more than once, I'll be like, okay, it's time to wrap it up. But then again, I don't know. That's not always 100% either. Because I don't really make I don't make huge amounts of eye contact. I don't know. Well, I used to be shy. I used to be, like, a shy introvert. And so, I guess maybe... because of, like, my upbringing, I just never made strong eye contact. I don't know. So maybe that's, like, the one thing that carried over, the one lasting, or, I mean, I don't know how to say it, but, you know what I mean? Or, like, the one last remnant of my shy former self is that I don't make large amounts of eye contact. I don't know. I reckon I probably have strong eye contact. You know, like, when people say strong eye contact, people are like, well... I could imagine people not knowing what that means. I would say that it probably just means like you look at them directly and intently, I guess. And when I'm having a discussion with someone, you know, maybe it's just a face you can makes the eye contact seem stronger. I don't know. I do think I'm pretty good at doing that, but it's just I don't have a lot of quantity of eye contact. And then the funny thing about eye contact is that once you're aware of it, now you're all, like, inside your own head. You're just like, okay, there have been moments where, I mean, obviously, if you overthink it, that's not good. But there have been moments where I'm like, oh, shit, I haven't made eye contact in, like, 5 minutes. I should start glancing up every now and then, you know. I mean, sometimes you look at someone's, when you go to make eye contact, sometimes you look at them and they're not looking back. But I think that you should at least start making, like attempts at it. Sometimes they'll see you looking at them first, and then they'll look back at you, you know? I mean, that's usually how it goes, right? When it comes to eye contact, the odds of you both looking at each other at the exact same time. No, one of you looked first, the other person saw you looking, and then they looked back to meet your gaze or whatever. So there are times where I actually have to be like, okay, let's do a little bit more eye contact, you know? But then you don't want to get too far in your head and be like, is this too much? Is this, like, what's the correct amount? It's like when you're making out with someone, you're just like, okay, how much tongue? Like, you know, kind of, it's one of those kind of things where you don't want to think about it too much while it's happening, because then if you're thinking about it too much, now you're not paying attention to the other person. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've said everything I feel about this game, and if you just watched the finale, I guess you missed it. I don't know, I feel like I've already said it, so I don't feel like recapping every single thing I liked and didn't like about this game. I think one thing I didn't say, maybe I hinted at it or kind of said it, but I didn't make it really explicit. I did like the first part of the game way more, or I would say the first half. The first half of the game, I liked significantly more than the second half. Yeah, once we fought the 8 spirit beasts, that actually was, it took its toll, like, actually, in terms of me having to muster the motivation to actually, like, record, you know, because you just know that you're just gonna be pressing buttons, you're just gonna be, like, button mashing, and now I'm sitting here going, like, well, I gotta fill up a half-hour episode while I'm button pressing, like, what am I supposed to talk about for a half hour? And I guess, it's one of those things where I never really thought about what I should talk. I mean, I've been doing this for like 2 years now, so I don't really think about what I'm saying while I'm doing it. But like before I'm recording, and I know I'm gonna have to record and just fill up time talking about, like there's nothing in the game to talk about when you're just casting spells and healing. There's nothing to talk about. So at the time, before I record, I'm always like, oh man, it's gonna, like, how am I gonna do that? Like, how's that gonna go? How am I gonna do it? But then once I'm doing it, it's not very often where I actually can't think of something to say. What happens more is that I can't think of how to say something or how to word something. I can't think of a correct word most of the time. Most of the time I'm not like, it's the same kind of thing. It's kind of, maybe, I mean, you get better at it, but, I guess even at the very beginning, I don't know. I feel like I've been good at talking for a long time now. So, a lot of Let's Players, when they start off, they struggle with, what do I talk about? How much do I talk? What do I say? How much gaps, how much of a gap is okay before I'm obligated to say something, I never really thought about that too much. There's been a couple of times, but it wasn't like it happened a lot in the beginning and now it doesn't happen, like it's every now and then I'll have to think of something to say, but most of the time I'm just saying like literally what comes to mind at any given moment. So my point is that a lot of times when I'm actually recording, I mean, you saw it, right? I talked during all of those 8 spirit, or what the hell were they? I don't even remember what they were called. The god beasts or whatever. During all of those fights, I don't remember what I said. I said something. I talked all throughout them, right? So I know for sure that even if I'm not sure how am I going to fill up this time, I know that I always fill it up. So the fact that I'm sort of just good at talking in general, even if there's really nothing to talk about, that kind of is that was one of the things where I was like, I definitely would be good at Let's Playing. Like I can talk forever about nothing. So that was one of the, it's one thing to want to do something, but it's another thing to be like, I want to do it, and I also know I will be good at it, or have like a leg up on a person who's starting off and they're shy, or something, something like that. I mean, I don't want to say I'm better than anyone, obviously, but if they're shy and I'm not, then I feel like I have a leg up on them. That's all I was getting at. So I don't know. I just felt like I would be good at. I felt like I would be good at it. Not necessarily good at making sentences on the first try, but yeah. So I mean, it took me a little while to get really comfortable on the mic. It's not that I wasn't comfortable talking. I just wasn't comfortable having my voice recorded. There was a long period of time where I didn't hear my voice like spoken back to me or whatever. And then when it did, I had how like everybody hates the sound of their own voice. I had that, but like really bad once because like years and years, I don't even remember what the age was, but there was a long time where I didn't hear my own voice for years and years. And when I finally heard it, I was like, I really sound like that? I didn't like it, man. So that was, I think, the biggest barrier. But then again, it's kind of offset because I get compliments on my voice, like, I mean, not all the time, but when I used to work the drive-thru at Taco Bell, people would compliment me, say that one person said that I sound like I could be on talk radio, and then I said, well, I don't know if I could fill up 4 hours of just talking out of my ass or whatever. And they're like, oh, you wouldn't have to talk about anything in particular. People would tune in just to hear you. I was like, oh, that's actually a really nice compliment. And one person said that I sound like a game show host. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm not trying to I'm not like going over the top, man. You ever go to a restaurant and they have this over the top customer service voice and you're just like, dude, go fuck yourself. I know that ain't your real voice, man. You ain't fooling anybody, man. But I never really did that. I talked to customers just like this, and they thought that was a good voice. I don't think that the higher pitched you make your voice, yeah, having your voice be higher pitched doesn't make it better with, it's perceived. People think that making your voice higher means that you're delivering better customer service, and it really doesn't. It's kind of like if you're like, hi, how are you tonight? How is that not fine? Hi, how are you tonight? Or whatever. I can't do a super high voice, but sometimes girls do it. To where it's just like an octave higher, and that's just their customer service voice. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. you ain't got to do that. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for this game. Like I said, I didn't super duper enjoy the second half of this game, and yeah, I mean, have I been overly? I mean, I'm open to keeping the discussion going about it. I mean, was I wrong about anything I said, or is there any defense to any of the criticisms I had about it? Like, I'm open to saying to maybe I overlooked something, but I mean, I wasn't trying to be overly harsh. It's just there were just multiple things up until the very end that that seemed to be that it. I don't know how to say it. I mean, I don't want to just say we're bad, but it was just weird why they went that way with it, you know, like with the menu thing. Why would you have that menu thing where I had to put the things, man, I don't know. I'm really tired if you haven't guessed. The thing that I did with the frickin' menus a couple episodes ago. Yeah, you saw it, right? I hope. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this game. Next is gonna be. I haven't 100% decided, so I guess I shouldn't say. I normally don't say what I'm gonna do next. Actually, maybe I'll keep it that way. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this game. Yeah, I know some people liked it. Actually, a lot of people liked it. This game is like beloved, and this game got like really high scores and stuff. And that's why I'm like, am I the, you know, part of me is like, am I crazy? Am I the only one who notices this problem? How can there be all these problems and everybody still likes it? So, I mean, I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to be overly harsh. I'm just saying what I observed, and I mean, I guess I'm open to that. I might be wrong, but I observed it. I saw it happen. So how could, like, there has to be some sort of defense to the criticisms, I think, is more likely, rather than the criticisms being like non-existent and I just invented them in my head. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to do it for this game. If you enjoyed this series, please like this video and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks as always for watching. And we'll see you in the next game. Have a great day. Bye.